Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to our second video. We're going to title this 1.2 place value of whole numbers. All right. So our essential question today is, how do you read, write, and represent whole numbers through hundred millions? So you have numbers like in standard form, and this is one of the definitions that we're going to look at. Okay, so please write this down. If I have a number in standard form, it means it's not how we typically see it. So if I have 582,030, okay, that's not in the hundred millions, but we will be dealing with numbers that might be in the hundred millions or in the millions. Well, how do those what do those whole numbers represent? What's the place value of each of these whole numbers, right? All the way to 100 million. We're going to get to that. But before we talk about that essential question, I do want you to write down the three different forms that we see numbers. So the very first one, which I just talked about, is standard form. Okay, and hopefully you've written that down. If not, you can pause. And standard form is how we typically see numbers, written just like that, 582,030. The next is written form. And written form is very easy. It's how the number is written. So 582,030 would be written 500 82,000, and you can put a comma, or you could say and 30. I'm just going to put comma 30. So those are the first two ways that we can see numbers, or at least the first two terms that we're going to go over today. And the last one, which I think is the most important for today, is expanded form. Now, we don't typically see numbers in this form. It's very important, though, because you will see numbers like this in your benchmark test and certainly in your state test. But why expanded form is so important is because it has to do with the place value of a number. So what we have to say is, okay, what is the place value of each whole number? So like the 5, let's start with the biggest. The 5 is in the 100,000th place. Expanded form then says, okay, the 5 is in the 100,000th place, so 5 would be multiplied by 100,000 to get it in the 100,000th place. Now, is that the only whole number we see? Absolutely not. We also see this 8, so we have to put an addition sign, because that 500,000 needs to be added with these other numbers to make 582,030. So the 8 is in the 10,000th place, so it would be 8 times 10,000. Okay? And then we still have a couple more numbers. The 2 is in the thousands place. It'd be 2 times 1,000 plus that last number, the 3, which is in the 10th place. 3 times 10. Now, is there a number in the hundreds place? No. So you don't have to put anything, because any number times 0 is 0. And there's no number in the ones place. No whole number, right? It's a 0. So you don't have to put anything. But that's what expanded form is. It's basically taking each whole number that you see there that's not a 0, and then say, okay, what's its place value? The 5's in the 100,000th place, okay, 5's being multiplied by 100,000. 8's in the 10,000th place, 8's being multiplied by 10,000. And if you notice, they're always in multiples of 10, because that's how place value works. Right? So you're going to be always multiplying it by something that starts with a 1 and has a 0 after it. Either 1 0, like in 10, 2 for 100, 3 for 1,000, and so on and so forth. Those are our three forms. Okay? So if I'm going to give you an example saying, hey, what's the place value of the underlined digit? And you can title this example 1. Okay? And I say, oh, what's 791,350? What's the place value of the 3? Well, the 3 is in the hundreds place. So that 3 is not just 3, but it's 300. What about a bigger number? Or not a bigger number, let's do a different number. 96,283. And I said, find the place value of the 9. Well, that 9 is in the 10,000th place. So that's not 9, that's 90,000. Let's do a ridiculously big number. Let's do 100 million. 105,980,774. Sorry, that's how you should say it. And I say, find out what is the place value of the 1. Well, that 1 is in the 100 millionth spot. So it represents 100 million. And that's really all that is. When they tell you to find the place value of a number, they're saying, what is it really? It's not really a 9, right? It'd be a 9 if it was in the ones place, right? But it's not really a 9 here. It's 90,000, right? All right, let me go ahead and give you a second example, okay? Let me ask you to do expanded form of the following numbers, okay? If I told you, write 285,000 in expanded form, the first thing you need to do, okay, first step is say, okay, where are, please write this down, the whole numbers. Okay, where are the whole numbers? We got a whole number here, here, and here, right? Second step is, what is their place value? Okay, so the 2 is in the 200,000 spot, so it would be 2 times 100,000 plus 8 times 10,000, because it's in the 10,000 spot, plus 5 times 1,000. And that's it, because there's no other whole numbers, right? Those are all zeros. That's expanded form. We're writing it in expanded form. We're just saying, okay, this whole number times its place value, 100,000. Sorry, I don't know why my thing's being all messy right now. This 8 is in the 10,000 spot, 8 times 10,000, and this 5 is in the 1,000 spot, 5 times 1,000. All right, if you need to rewind or rewrite or pause, go ahead and do so. I'm going to give you another example. This is still example 3, okay? But let's say I give you this number. Let's do a pretty big number. Let's say I give you 125. Oh, wow, that is just so sloppy. Let's do that again. Don't know why that's being sloppy today. 125,390,000. Okay? Well, first question, where are my whole numbers? Here, 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 here. Right? I got 5. So I'm going to be needing 5 different parentheses. Okay? And if that helps, go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The first one is the ones place, right? So it's going to be 1, and you know these are all going to be multiplication. 1 times 100 million. Oh, ran out of room there. And this one is in the 10 millions place, so it's 2 times 10 million. All right? And once again, sorry if that's a little sloppy. The 5 is in the millions place. Okay? The 3 is in the 100,000s place, so it's going to be 3 times 100,000. And the 1 is in the tens place, so 1 times 10,000. So that's going to be our expanded form. All right, and please, if you have any questions on this, make sure you write it down and make sure we go over it tomorrow. Because expanded form is very, very important. I want to make sure you guys get this. But really, all expanded form is finding out, okay, what are my whole numbers? What's their place value? Okay, what am I multiplying each of these whole numbers by? The 1's in the 100 millions, that's why I'm multiplying it by 100 million. 2's in the 10 million, that's why I'm multiplying it by 10 million. 5's in the millions place, that's what I'm multiplying it by. 5 times a million, 3 times 100,000, and the 1's in the 10,000. You don't have to solve it. Expanded form is just saying, hey, what would the equation be? If you were to expand each number, what would it look like? It's not a problem for you to solve, okay? You're just making it. I hope that makes sense. And please, if you have questions, ask me. All right, I want to give you one last example, okay? And I want you to take a second and write down this chart, okay? Write down that chart. You're going to need a millions, thousands, ones, and each of those are going to be hundreds, tens, and ones. What I mean by that is you have in here, you have a couple things. This is not just 100. This is 100 million. That's 10 million. That's 1 million. 100,000, 10,000, 1,000. That's only 100 and 10, 1, because those are the ones. So if I gave you something like 4 million, well, 4 million, you can write this down. Okay, that's in the ones place at 4, right? And I don't have any whole numbers, so these would all be 0. That's how 4 million would be represented. The 4 is in the 1 millionth place, right? The 1 millionth place. And the rest are no whole numbers, so we just fill it in with zeros. Let's say I gave you a number like 48,525. Well, the 4 is in the 10,000s place, the 8's in the 1,000s place, 5 is in the 100, 2 is in the 10, and 5 is in the 1. Right there. Alright, let's do a really big number. 326,592,341. Okay, well we can say, okay, the 3 is in the 100 millionths place. That's where that would go. 2 is in the 10 millionths place. 6 is in the 1 millionths place. 5 is in the 100,000ths place. 9 is in the 10,000ths place. 2 is in the 1,000ths place. 3 is in the hundreds place. 4 is in the tens place. And the 1 is in the ones place. So that's how it would look. And I think this is a great example because it shows us how the numbers are represented in place value, and that will help you with the expanded form. All right, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.